Dusty.
Nope, there it goes.
Oh, yep, there it is.
All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is make a backup. I got a little batch file that runs and backs it up to my hard drive. Oh, but so while it's making the backup, which should only take a second, let me bring up the plan. Um, uh, so so this game really needs a tutorial bad, a better tutorial. Um, so here's the mission statement: is to build a new tutorial. Why? What's the problem with the current tutorial? First off, it's not much fun. And oh, by the way, let's see uh, if we have two viewers now. So welcome to our broadcast. This is Jabumbi and Old Wolf here, and what we're going to be doing is building a new tutorial here. And this is a mission statement of what we want to do. Now, the tutorial is so critical on a game because it's people's first. When somebody downloads a mobile game and starts it up and starts playing it, if it doesn't catch their attention quick, they're gonna push it to the side and never come back. So the startup and tutorial is critical to landing the customers that have decided to try downloading it. So the problem with our current tutorial is, number one, it's not much fun. People rush through it. It's kind of confusing. It doesn't even really say it's a tutorial. People don't really retain very much of the information because they rush through it. And then when they need the information, it's not available. So our new plan is to take them directly to the storyline and describe the story. So let's see if that's what's happening right now. So we got a backup finished here. Let's just name this F about to starting redoing tutorial. So what the plan is instead is to take them into the storyline. Then when they get to the actual boards, when they actually need the information that we use to present in the tutorial, we're going to give it to them on board one, the very basics of what they need. Board two, now here's a problem that we have is that the way it is set up right now, the player can go to either board one or board two first. So I think we have to do these. I mean, there's a couple of options there. We could build them to change. So whichever board they say go to, we could show them message one first, and then we could also uh, oh we could also change it to, or we could just put generic messages that work in any order. Hey, by the way, are you there, Jub? We may have lost Jabumbi here. Well, it's showing him here. Perhaps he's AFK. Oh, there.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening to it through Twitch, so it's going to be delayed.
Oh, okay, okay. No problemo. Um, all right. So anyhow, so yes, so we're going to change this tutorial around. So let's see what we've got for our startup process right now. It does take a couple shortcuts so that it takes less time to develop. Um, so it comes a monster match. Really, that has to be changed to zombie rush, and then it brings us here. Now, actually, this is the Monster Ball one. What we really want is the Zombie Rush UI. Hey, by the way, did the music just turned on? Does that music show up to the through Twitch or no music? Uh, got that little delay there. Okay, so anyhow, um,
Yeah, it shows up.
oh, okay, interesting, interesting. Thank you, Jabumbi. All right, so actually, what I think we're going to have to do to really, so if the plan is to take him into the storyline, And actually, it's Zombie Rush that we're trying to build here. Instead of taking them to the Monster Ball lobby, we need to import the Zombie Rush storyline first. So I'll open up. I should have a copy of Zombie Rush built for salvaging parts. The last copy we published. Yep, Zombie Rush Salvage. So we're gonna pull the Zombie Rush maze out of that and move it into this Ultimate Match 3. Now, we actually have 3 games. We have Celebration, Matchfinity, Zombie Rush, and we'll have Monster Ball. What we're also trying to do with this project is make one generic engine that can build any of those games, because they all have the same engine basically. And now that there's 4 of them, it's becoming kind of a pain to keep them all up to date. So here's the Zombie Rush Salvage project. So here's the map. Check this out. Let's see. Now we want to hide the level select, and then we can see the map in the scene view here. Yeah, so here's the entire maze, dude. Check it out. This is the maze of Zombie Rush. It starts them off over here in the house. They have to work their way down through here. This is kind of a hub, the Howard Franklin Bridge. It's actually representative of the Tampa area. So then you have Tampa over here on one side of the bridge, and St. Petersburg over here, and then Brandon up here. It's kind of cool, I think, because the best treasure chest, here's the first treasure chest you get, and here's the last treasure chest you get. But to get to this, and to be honest, you actually don't even have to, you can complete the game without coming down this treasure chest. This is a long dead end, except it ends in a nice prize if somebody chooses to go there. But it's tough to get to it. You got to go all the way around, and I put some tough levels on this one since it's not core to winning. And yep, so that's the maze. Basically, now we have to take this and import this into our other project. Now, a lot of times I'll just make a prefab and drag it across. That tends to be the best way to do it. The thing is, this has got all these pictures kind of scattered around and these chains too. So it might be better to just make an export package. So that's what we'll do. So this is the map right here. We're gonna just drag this into a folder. I guess I don't even have an export folder. Let's make one. Create folder, export. We're basically going to export this thing out of the Zombie Rush project and move it into the other one, and hope we don't have too much overlap. Like, for example, these chains I know are in the other one, so I hope they don't come over as different files. Hopefully it picks up and uses the same files, because the more graphics you have, the bigger your file size is. So we're going to just drag this to here, to this export folder we created, and then we're going to right click it and say export package. Now by doing that, it'll take everything it needs, and actually unfortunately a lot more that it doesn't need. So we have to turn some of this stuff off, like all this programming. We definitely don't want any of this code that's in programming. That's all already in the project. But I was worried there might be some prefabs or something down in there, but there wasn't. Okay, so there's just a bunch of stuff in art. And again, hopefully this doesn't conflict, but probably the best thing to, so all the art we want, the daily rewards, we don't want. And then this is actually the package itself, and then this is so it throws all this, because it doesn't know if it needs the code or not. It puts all the code in there, which is a pain, because basically all we really wanted was the art and the prefab itself. So now we'll export this, and I'll put it right into this Zombie Rush project. We'll call this Zombie Rush Map. Now there's a good chance this will fail. It happens all the time when you're building these damn things. And that's why we made a backup of it. So if it fails, we can just go to the backup and try it a little bit differently. But now we're in Monster Ball, so we do have this folder transfer for which is specific for bringing in packages like this. So now, oh, by the way, do you have any questions at the moment, Jub Bumby? I guess.
Oh no, no, I don't. Sorry.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So we'll export. Oh no. Now we already exported the package. We want to import the package here. So we right click. We're in the transfer folder. We just right click and go to import package, custom package. It'll take us right to the Zombie Rush Salvage folder where we put it. It's pretty nice how it figures that out for you. And hopefully it shows us a lot of duplicates here. So you notice like this is new, but the color icons we already had. That's good. It recognized that as a duplicate and is not going to re-import that color icons, which is probably a pretty sizable file. Same with the gemstones, eyeballs. Yep, all that stuff is specific to the map. It looks like I'm kind of surprised by these scripts, to be honest, because I thought we would have had those. Let's just yeah. Those are all for different stuff other than the map, so we don't need those scripts. All right, so it looks like it came over pretty clean, which is what I was hoping. We'll see. We will see soon enough. So typically the way you organize a Unity project is into different scenes, but there's some problems with that. It's kind of a mess, and when it's loading a different scene, there's a moment where the game will freeze. So I'm changing the way I'm doing it to just have one scene in the beginning and just deleting stuff out when we don't need it. So now the basically all the UI is these panes, and this map should just be the same thing. So where did that prefab go? Right here. It's the now wait a minute. Where did that prefab go? Oh, it went into this export folder. I should have named the folder the same and it would have gone there. So let's move that to there and then delete that export folder, because it's always good to keep these folders, the less the better. Okay, and we'll take this map and we'll drop it on the pane and let's hope it looks pretty good. Hey, that looks like it might actually look pretty good. I'm pretty relieved about that. So now, yeah, this is in here. Let's see. Well, not sure what that rectangle there is. Oh, but I think this is the screen, so actually it looks like it's laid out perfectly. I think we might be in good luck here. So now, to make this thing show up, what we need to do is, well, basically, I guess we're going to name this. Really, I wish I had a generic name. For the Zombie Rush, it's kind of like the story maze. I guess we're gonna just, but really, I want one that'll work between all the games we have. So, actually, we'll name this, I guess, I don't know. We're gonna name it Zombie Map because it is definitely the Zombie Map, Rush Map. And now to bring it up, that's we just need a little bit of code to do that. Oh, so well, what'll happen? We got to save it. All right, and now we need to add it to the panes class that we use instead of the Unity scenes. It's kind of our custom deal. So we can just search for panes in here, or pane maybe, perhaps. No. Programming, UI. Oh, we're in Zombie Rush Salvage here. This is we can close this. We've got what we need from here. Okay, here we go. This is what, so pane we should find here. No, no, no. That's in generic. So we have this easy GUI, I think is what we call it, or easy UI. I gotta change those. I've got one class named easy GUI and one named easy UI. That is too easy to get mixed up. So let's see if it's easy GUI here. No. No, it's easy UI. So we can open that up from right here. Generic, easy UI. All right, here we go. And so now we have to add what we named that pane. But actually, what did we? Yep, zombie map. So now we'll add zombie map. And now in the startup, when we're going to the lobby, instead, let's try going to, we'll just put in a comment here for later. This goes to Monster Ball lobby. Instead, we'll put in this line and change it from lobby to zombie map. All right, now hopefully it opens up that map. Let's see what happens. Usually things don't work right the first time. That's kind of the golden rule of programming. Usually you try it and it doesn't work, and then you try it again and try it again and try it again. Well, it doesn't look right, but it did definitely open up the map, so that is great news. So now the only thing is we have to figure out how to make this map work. I guess really before we can get to the tutorial, we got to have this map working. Because that's really the first step in our tutorial plan, which was to take them to the storyline. So we do have it coming here to the map, but now we need to take the code that we had in the old Zombie Rush, which I just closed, and make it work for this map. We'll see. But you know, that to me, that is a mission accomplished. So while the Zombie Rush is loading, we'll go ahead and make another backup of the work we did. And that way, if we blow it on the next step, we don't have to go back that far when we revert to an older project. I make backups anytime I feel like I got something good done. I try and make a backup. So there's batch file, handy dandy batch file runs. It copies the Zombie Rush project. It always gets stuck on a file that Unity uses. It'll be locked. See, it'll say can't copy this file. Well, that file's not important. That's just the one that Unity is using. And then the last thing the batch file does is opens us up to that folder so that we can name the backup. It always copies it in as 001, or I'll probably change that once we go to 2. But right now I just need to put G map in, but needs code. All right, so let's go to our salvage project again. And let's find this code. So let's see what we have here. Oh, shoot. You know what? I wonder if all of these things have code on them. And we just took it off. Shit, I think I did. Oh, that's such a bummer. Yeah, you know what? Of all that code, or of all the stuff we brought that we had, of all that code we had to take out of the import, there was actually like 2 of them that we probably should have left on. Here in Zombie Rush, so if we click on any of these map items, it's this Christopher, and you'll notice it has this button map on it, and it's got all these connections on it. Oh, brother. So you know what? We are going to have to revert. So I think I'm going to wrap that up for this broadcast. I'm going to revert, get it back to this point, but leaving that one button checked, and then resume from there. So, oh wow, well, we do have 4 viewers now actually. So I guess since we got viewers, let's just revert it. All right, so the revert is kind of the opposite of the batch file, but I don't have a batch file for reverting because it's always a different copy. So actually, this backup we just made is no darn good. Because the map is in, but it's in wrong. So we'll delete that. and then we'll copy this one over to the Unity projects. Yeah, like I said, man, things usually don't work right the first time. Pretty sure that's deleting. Yeah, here it goes. It's deleting there. Then we're going to do. Now this is the backup we actually want to go to. Copy that and go to another folder here. Go to the Unity projects. All right, so we're now. Actually, we can't do it while it's open in Unity, so we'll have to open up Ultimate Match 3 project and shut it down. But now, oh yeah, we did lose a viewer. We went from 3 to 4. They're like, oh, we don't want to see the revert. All right, well, I do apologize for that. That's kind of the way it goes. So what I'll do is I'll always rename the project just in case I don't like deleting the real project because that's easy to make a mistake. And instead I just say rename it to a reverted 2017 07 25. You can see I had to revert again back on the 21st several times. All right, now we'll paste in our backup copy, and then we have to rename that to Ultimate Match 3, and then we're back up and good to go. So while that's copying over, we can go into our salvage, and this time export it correctly, making sure to include this button map. See, this button map script here, it basically connects the code to all the little things that are on any of these buttons, like the numbers, like the stars, the lock, the image, and it has code to control if it's going on or off. So by not including that one script, we really kind of we broke all those connections. We don't want to make it's much easier to revert than to make that again. But what we do want to look at is, did that finish copying? I think so. Yep. So now we can open up our other one. We don't want that button map button in there if it is in there already. So when we get our oops, I forgot to rename it. Here it is, Ultimate Match 3. All right, now that's renamed. Now we'll be able to open it. It'll show up in the most recently used list, probably right up at the top. There it is, Ultimate Match 3. All right, so we need to see if we have a button match in there. Button map, rather. Let's see. Button map. Nope, we don't. Okay. So that's good. That'll come over nice and clean. All right, so back into the one we're salvaging from. We already have the prefab in this folder called export. But remember, that folder was not quite named perfect. It'd be better to name it the same as this so the prefab goes straight in there. So we'll rename that. And now we'll do an export of it again, this time including that one script. All right, so you know what? Let's find out where it's at first. Button map is right here. It's under UI. All right, so now we'll do it. Export package. All right, so we need the map. It's in UI, so we don't need any of this, none of this, none of this, or this, or this. And then here's UI. We turn it all off, and we need that one button map. All right. Art we need. We don't need this. None of this other code is needed. So it's kind of the biggest hassle about doing the export is it brings in too much stuff, but at the same time, it's guaranteed to bring in everything you need if you don't turn it off. So now we'll name this Zombie Rush map with button code. Okay, and now come over here and we will import it. So import package, custom, Zombie Rush map with the code. Import.
Oh, hey Wolf, I'm getting tired tonight. I should probably go to sleep.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for coming in here, Jub. I appreciate uh, you being our guest speaker tonight. I
Yeah,
will.
no problem.
I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day at work, my friend.
Alrighty.
All
See ya.
right. Take care. Oh, right as new viewer came in, and doesn't look like there's anything in the chat. Please hit on the chat. Oh, so for the new viewer that came in, here's what we're doing. Basically, the mission statement of this is to build a new tutorial. Uh, now, why? Because the current tutorial is not that much fun. People don't really retain the info very well, and the info isn't available when they need it. So our plan is to take them into the storyline, and that's what we're doing right now, is basically taking our old game, Zombie Rush, to the new version that we're building of it. So, so we'll go, okay, so we did the export. Now we are, oh, we, now on that it is referring to some zombie buttons. So now we have an error. But that's not necessarily bad. That's a good sign. So now that we have this in here, we're going to take this map and drag it up to the panes. And then we're going to break the prefab of it and name it zombie map. And that is so that it, in our UI code, which is easy UI, we will add zombie map as well, so that we can directly open this pane. And then it said that there was a problem with the one module we brought over, which is it doesn't have the zombie button, which makes sense because we have not brought that part of the code over yet either. So we'll remark that. Oh, look, there's a lot to fix on this. So for right now, I think the easiest thing to do would be to remark that out, because we're not really trying to get to the zombies' faces yet. We are just trying to get the map. That's kind of the second part of getting the map working. So where's this first error at? Right here. So we'll take that out. You know what? I'd rather just remark maybe as much of this out as we can, except for the things that are making that connection. So it looks like there's an error here, but I don't see it. What's it say? What line? 47. We already have a lot remarked out here. Let's see. So now this becomes, this is a little, you know what? We are going to, I think we can just remark all of this code out for the moment, just to see if we can get the map to come up properly. Alright, we should be able to compile like that now. And this is where those connections are that won't be broken. Alright, so let's save this scene. Now, when I save the scene, what it does is it goes through all the panes and anything that's, well, and it saves them to a prefab folder. So that prefab folder we can open up now if we go to our startup, and where we're currently going to the lobby, we instead will go to the zombie map now. So we'll say easy pane, zombie map. There it is. Beautiful. All right. So hopefully this works now. Let's give this another try. Will this in fact take us to our map? I suspect it will, and now we'll have all of our connections done properly. So All right, so it did take us to our map. It didn't really set anything up, but we don't have code in there yet to do that. So that's a good sign. It did take us out to our maze. So the next step will be to make it go through and actually uh, only show the portion of the map that should be visible now. Um, and I think I will continue with that in the next session. So I see there is still one viewer. Thank you so much for your attention. Um, I hope to I hope you can join us again. If you like what you see, please follow, and I will show you all sorts of tips and tricks to building this stuff. And we can talk about my projects, your projects, whatever you would like to talk about. I'm here to talk with you. I am the Simpleton Programmer. The reason for that name is because we love finding simple ways to do hard things. Um, so in any case, signing out now. I'm going to listen to this and see how it sounded and come back and do a next section improved. Thanks again. Bye-bye.